All right, well, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the hike of Heart Mountain. And now I'd like to do a trail guide for anyone else who might be interested or inspired to go and do this hike yourself. So here's everything you'll need to know for the hike. All right, so why Heart Mountain? Well, Heart Mountain is located just outside of Powell, Wyoming, and is one of the landmarks for the area. And I was visiting a friend who lives in Powell, and so we were looking at hikes to do, and the Heart Mountain stood out as one of the cool hikes to do for a day hike. It's roughly about 8 miles round trip, and it's rated as a moderate hike. It's also best used around May to October, so you don't have to run into much snow as you hike up. All right, so to get to the trailhead, you will have to go through several dirt roads to get there. There are also several fences you'll have to go through, so you'll have to open the gate and close it behind you as you go through. One of them also has a directory where you sign in and sign out as you come and go. So make sure to do that. There are some rules you want to be aware of. You also want to know that this area does have bears, so you will want to come prepared for that. There are black bears as well as grizzly bears. I thankfully didn't see anything on the way there or back as we did our hike, but we did come prepared as well. All right, so after you go through the gate, you will have several miles of where you have to walk through the flats. This is kind of a dry, arid area. There is no areas for water fill-up, so make sure you carry plenty of water for your hike. And you will go through these flats there. That's probably the most annoying part of it. But once you get to the trees, it cools off a lot, and it really starts to become a little bit more uphill of a climb. And as you do that, you also get scenic views throughout as you go through the trees and see different areas of the mountain, so that is pretty neat. Another cool thing is along the hike, there are several signposts that talk about some of the history of the area, some of the culture as well, some of the geography and geology of the area as well. So it's pretty neat. On a nice day, you can look out and see some of the landmarks within Yellowstone as well. And so it was pretty neat. We did have a pretty good day as far as hiking, but the smoke was starting to come in. As you can see in some of the last scenes, you can see a faint area of brown grayish smoke in the background. As I was hiking up, you could see numerous types of birds and stuff there, as well as different kinds of plants. And the cool thing is some of these signs did distinguish and let you be able to identify some of the birds and plants that you will see along the way. Once you got to the top, there was amazing views, and I really just enjoyed my time up there at the top. Took a water break, just really soaked in the views, and after that went ahead and started my decline back down. I went with my friend Brian, who is an old storm chasing partner of mine and who's living in the area now, and we did this hike together. He was in one of the scenes, as you can see, as we're flying around on the top of the mountain there. But he was showing me around, and he likes this mountain, and so it was definitely a signature thing to do if you're ever in the Powell area. Now, geology happens to be a hobby of mine. I do have a Bachelor's of Science degree in geology as well, and so the geology of this area really fascinated me. What you actually have is the big cliff part area of Heart Mountain is actually older rock than what it's sitting on a younger sediment. So it's really a geological puzzle to try and figure out what happened. And the opinion is that actually there was a massive landslide triggering from Yellowstone, and it triggered this landslide to come up, and Heart Mountain was kind of like that leading edge of that. So this was a huge, massive landslide that happened, and it actually thrusted on top of this younger sediment, what you see now as Heart Mountain. This massive landslide is thought to have been triggered by a eruption involving volcanic activity at one point at Yellowstone. There's also a sad history to be aware of with Heart Mountain. When the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, many Japanese Americans were forced into what are called relocation camps or concentration camps for fear of them thinking they might be dangerous. And so they were forced to many camps within the United States, and Heart Mountain was actually the location of one of these camps at the base of Heart Mountain. And so as these Japanese Americans were forced to relocate there, they lived a new life there at the base of Heart Mountain with the shadow of Heart Mountain ever around them in their life. Today, as you advance towards the trailhead, there are remnants of this relocation camp that was there, but it is part of an American history to be aware of. As a result, there is a monument remembering the people, the Japanese Americans of Heart Mountain. I do highly recommend after or before your hike, stopping at this monument and reading up on the history of that area. All right, so what did you think of Heart Mountain? Is this something you would put on your hiking list? Have you hiked this one before? If so, leave me a comment in the comments section. If you like what you saw, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Also subscribe for more silent hikes like this. And as always, thanks for watching.